front and center for the AACFB has.
Ariel Stich with Stearns Bay.
Hello, Ariel. Thank you for your time.
Most definitely. Thanks, Leslie. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. So I'm glad that you joined us. I hear and I know that you're on the Industry Advisory Council with AACFB. Everybody needs to get to know you guys. You're advocates for AACFB and all of the brokers that are a part of that. But how did you get started in commercial finance?
Yes. So I actually 11 years ago was just looking for a 8 to 5 job. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was getting out of hair. And so I was looking online. I applied to be a receptionist, and that led me to Stearns Bank. So I started back then and in reception and have just kind of gone through different departments for the past 11 years. So I've been
Nice. So you're a lifer.
yes, most definitely. I had to really learn. I remember Diane Knott, she had asked me, she goes, I think we should put you on the floor. And that's what we called it in the office. And I said, I have no idea what you guys do, so I don't think that's a good idea.
She did it anyway, though, didn't she?
A year and a half later, I was, most definitely.
Took some time, but they got you.
Yeah,
Well,
they did.
good.
Yeah.
So what do you do there? I've not met you before, and I certainly haven't had an opportunity to talk with you in depth about who you are. So what do you do at Stearns Bank?
Yeah, so I am the sales manager of our broker division. And so I have 10 account managers on my team, and we work with our referral sources on funding those transactions for them. And then we have a different side, but yeah, so we focus on the broker business.
Nice, awesome. Well, then you're in the right place and the exact right person to have on the Industry Advisory Council.
Most definitely.
Well, great. So how did you get involved with AACFB and then ultimately end up on one of the councils?
Yes, so that was, gosh, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I was having a conversation with actually Laura Strada, and we were just chit-chatting, and she had mentioned it, and I said, "What is that?" I had no idea. And so she had sent me all of the information, got me all the contact information, and within we attended the next event. That's all I remember. We had I had gotten everything approved. I was excited because we hadn't on the broker team been to many conferences in a few years, and so it was exciting, and we got it all approved, and I was at that next event. So, and we've been going to the annual event at least every year. And then the council, once it was announced, I was super excited about that, and I had actually Monica, maybe it was even the same day. Maybe the same day or the next day, I would have reached out to her and had just asked for information to see what it detailed, what it would all happen. So,
And you fell in love and you've been there ever since.
and pretty much, yeah, no, it's been really good. It's been a lot of growth, of meeting a lot of really awesome people, getting to hear different perspectives from different funding companies, different brokers, associates. And so it's just been a lot of learning that I feel like you get from going to the association events. So,
I have to agree with you. I don't think that the learning ever stops in our industry. And if you're not someone who's in love with learning or meeting new people, then you are going to feel out of place because that's all that we do is learn here, right?
yeah, it's really nonstop. I mean, and that's deal by deal, conversation by conversation. It's just always something different. And what do they say? If you're not learning, then what are you doing? That growth is all about learning. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so true. I applaud you for that, and I applaud you for being a part of AACFB and the council. I know that you're going to do really well on there. And when I saw your name pop up, I said, yes, that's a great pick. So glad that happened. So what do you do when you're not working? So we're going to learn about you a little bit. We could talk about business all day long. People are going to see you at the conferences, but what do you do when you're not working that you enjoy?
Mostly just spending time with my kids. We try to keep busy. So we're usually outside, especially in Minnesota, when the weather is nice. You have to go outside because then you're stuck in the house how many months throughout the year. And
Yeah.
so we like to go. We go in the pool, beach, go on lots of walks. Just try to be outside as much as we can. Yard games. Other than that, just cooking. I like to cook, so I like to look up ingredients and find weird things that I've never done before and attempt them. They don't always go as planned, but most of them do, so that's exciting.
It's
Um,
good to be brave in the kitchen.
yeah, it is. Try different ingredients you've never cooked with before. So, and I think more or less just keeping busy. That's my biggest thing is I don't like to sit down too much. So we're always trying to be busy, whether it's the kids in events, swimming, dance, and yeah, so really about them. And then sometimes I spend time with friends, I suppose, when our schedules collide, but as a parents and working that far and few between.
It's hard. It's really hard to have friends and to stay in touch with them the way you want to whenever you are, have a career, you have your children, you have your home, much less yourself. You have to put yourself on that list too, and then
Right.
reach out to friends. I was going to tell you, I do love to eat. So I love that you like to cook. That works very well. So one day we should do that thing because
Oh,
I don't care what
definitely.
ingredient you put in there, just as long as I don't have to cook. Well, good. So I'm going to ask you the one question. This came up on the last interview that I did with Scott, and I love the way that we asked, and it says, what's something that no one's ever going to find you posting on your LinkedIn? So it's a super secret special thing about you, Ariel, that no one knows. And it's never going to be posted anywhere, but anyone who's watching this video or might see you in AACFB, what's one thing that no one knows about you?
Oh, golly. That is a hard one. I know I was going to say, well, now everybody knows because not many know I started in reception at Stearns Bank, but that's all been posted and now said on here. So yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, it's silly, but I really, really like Celsius. How about that? I drink 2 Celsius a day. It's what you're limited to on the can. It says only two, and that keeps me going throughout my day.
There you go. That's not silly at all. And I don't think anyone would know about that. And especially they wouldn't know that you do pay attention to the label. You know what I mean?
I try to be really safe with that stuff because, yeah, there's other products out there that it can get scary, I hear. So I just want to make sure I'm following the rules. I'm a very big rule follower. So
Well, and that might be something that's not posted anywhere either. So
there you
you're letting
go. There's
that happen.
another one that
Yeah.
went with it.
Awesome. Well, I love that. And I think that that's the perfect thing to share that you're never going to post anywhere and people may not know. In fact, for all of those people who are smart out there, if they really want to get on your good side, they'll send you a Christmas basket full of Celsius, right?
There
Like
you
that's some good
go.
information to know. So that's awesome. Well, that's so good. I appreciate you so much. I'm not sure there's much more to cover, but I'd like to ask you if there's any information you want to share that we haven't covered here today. That would be for someone who's joining AACFB or is thinking about it, or just in general, what would you share with everyone who watches these videos?
Most definitely. I would say it kind of goes back to that knowledge is just ask questions. If you're not sure of something, don't be afraid. I feel like everybody is just so great within the whole association of trying to get everybody involved. Ask the questions. Everybody needs to learn. Everybody is looking for that same goal. Everybody's goals may be a little different in a way, but it's about the same goal, right? It's about business and growing that business and relationships. And so I think that would be the biggest thing is just go in with a clear mind, no judgment, and just be open to ask questions, to be a part of things, to be a part of councils or committees that you're able to be a part of, and just really get your name out there. I think that's really what I took from it, and just how welcoming the association is, and just take that and run. So.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Great advice. And if they're not doing it, they should be. So that's their notice to go out and do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ariel. I know everybody else appreciates you. I know Monica, the AACFB, the rest of the board appreciates you. And I hope I get to see you at the next conference.
Yes, no, most definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.